Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today we're doing the third one from Into Resin. It looks like my other two are on the way, might be a few more days, so that's okay. We have plenty to do while we wait for them. This is huge. This is a big jar, bow tie jar, I'd say. And I'm thinking red and black. I don't know why. I think I'm going to do the bow tie, these little pearls red, and these bow ties right in here red, and the same on this. And I pulled out my mirror pigments by Little Windows, and I also want to pull out the little brush that she sends with it because I love this little thing. Then I'm going to pour it in the black epoxy because this is foolproof. And if I put black pigment paste in my resin and I don't mix it properly, it will sink and ruin the piece. So that is like my foolproof way to get black, or they sell white if you want white and you don't have to worry about pigment paste dropping. So since I have it, that's what I'm using. I don't know how much it holds. I did not measure it. I'm gonna guess 10 ounces. This one is an order. She wants 2 of these. We're gonna do one of them today. Here is the color swatch that she sent to me. So these are the colors that I chose as close as I possibly could to those color swatch. So she wants the chest purple and the drawers, I have to double check. The chest purple, I think, and the drawers and the tray in the green with crushed crystal, which I forgot to pull out. Add it in there. I don't know if we're going to see the crushed crystal. We might. I'm going to put a little in, but if you put too much in, then it all sinks and it takes over everything. So I am just going to stir a little bit into both of those micas. And this one holds about 5 ounces, so that's not too much. I'm going to use the pressure pot today, so everything is bubble free. But before that, I guess I need to get started. I'm not going to make you sit here, but if you're new and you don't know anything about resin, this is how you can brush it onto your mold. Flip all your other molds over because you don't want powder on everything. Now, these little spots, I might use maybe this. I don't know how the best way is. I'm going to have some cleaning to do for sure. I want it in there, but I don't know if that's the best way. Maybe a different kind of the normal kind of Q-tip, but I'm gonna just get this in. I would love to do other things in here, but this one has a lot of that tight knit crystally stuff like this here, and it's very hard to clean perfectly, and I like it to be as close to perfect, and I don't want to spend an hour doing it. So I'm not going to do all the little parts that I really want to do, because inside here, all these rectangular gems, I would love to do those too, but I'm just not going to do that today. I'm going to try my hardest to do that bow without making too big of a mess. And I don't want too much of this because I don't want it floating in my resin when I pour it. So let me just take a few minutes and get all of this done. Let me see if a different Q-tip will work, just so you know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to maybe a see, this is round. Oh, that'll work. That'll work better, much better. Of course, I'm gonna have some cleanup to do, which takes quite a while, but this is working. Okay, so that's how I'm gonna do it. In the next scene, we're gonna be mixing resin.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright.
I'm going to start with the chest. I've got 5 ounces here. It says on my mold 2 ounces for these, 3 ounces for this. Boy, painting that red on took the longest time. Those tight knit crystals were a lot of work to try to get out. It is definitely not perfect, but it's the best that I could do. I'm going to mix some green and crushed crystal in here. This one has the measurements on it, and this one does not, because I will use my cup for that. Don't need a ton. We're not mixing that much. And just a little bit of crushed crystal. And if you go overboard with this, it will sink. And that's all you're going to see is a crushed crystal. So I don't want to go crazy. Plus it's faceted already, this mold, and you don't see a lot of the crushed crystal. You'll see some of it if you're looking for it, but it's not very prevalent when you're using a mold like this. I'm just going to get this mixed up and then measure out 2 ounces. When I was painting that thing, it probably took me a good hour to get that painted and cleaned. Cleaning took longer. When I thought I was done, I found 2 more little bow ties I didn't know existed on there. So there's 4 on the edges of the large piece and 2 on the edges of the small piece. So I was like, oh no, I gotta do it again. All right, let me see. Let me get my ounces. So I need 2 ounces of this one. Right about there. And you know, before I pour the purple one in, I just want to make sure I have enough of this. I'm just going to leave that clear. No need for a vacuum chamber when you use a pressure pot. So that saves a step. I could probably put some more crushed crystal in. I'm not seeing a whole lot of it, mostly probably because of the color. So I'm just going to dip my stick in here. But I'm afraid to go overboard. It's probably the color that's hiding it. I mean, it's in there. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. Just afraid it's gonna sink. As fine as this is, now I can see it. As fine as this stuff is, it actually does sink. So you gotta be careful with how much you're using. You could always use glue if you want to, and it'll stay suspended. I really don't want to have to use glue. Let's do... These have little knobs in there, so you have to be a little particular about getting the bubbles out of them. So let's just pour... And this one has that little piece right in the center where it holds on to the to his hand, so you want to make sure you have... Oh, I saw a bubble come out of there. Come on. I hate when it goes down the side of the cup. It drives me insane. Whoops. Let me point. Give it a point. See if that works better. That's good. I'm just going to fill it up to those handles, and then I'm going to poke around in the handle to make sure we don't get a bubble in there, because I have gotten, the first time I made it, I got bubbles in them. On the bottoms. You really couldn't tell, but I knew they were there, so just move it in there. I didn't see anything come out, so hopefully there's nothing in there. There's that one. Okay. Get these little knobs. Most of the knobs have a little tiny heart. I think they were all hearts, actually. I don't remember if they were... You can barely tell it's a heart, but it's a little gem heart on the tip of it. Okay. See, I might need a little bit more. That's why I didn't want to mix up that purple yet. See, I'm so glad I didn't do that. I need a little bit more. Probably took too much. That would be terrible. Well, yeah, because I was going to mix up black next. Not, if I would have mixed up clear next, it wouldn't have mattered, but I want to mix up black next, so I won't be able to fix that later. So yeah, if you're doing 2 colors, do one at a time just for that reason. Oh, it was almost perfect. I only have a little bit, which I'll probably use as soon as, let me get a lighter. As soon as I put it into the pressure pot, I like to pop it up, and that's about all that I'm going to need to do that. So let's save that. For the purple, I'm just going to mix a little bit in the cup and then pour it back into the big cup. This way you don't have any unmixed mica powder settling onto your final product. Absolutely love this trick. Really changed a lot of my pieces when a viewer of mine told me this is how they do it, and I've never gone back. You guys have some of the best tricks, you know. Oh, let me get a little more crushed crystal in here. Just gonna leave a little resin on my stick so it sticks to it. That should be good. Now let's hope this isn't going to be short. I have 5 total written on here, so I hope it's right. Let me just squeeze it into those gems. This is the cutest little thing. It's not that big. So I know everything looks bigger on camera. It's really not that big. Oh no, don't tell me. I don't have enough. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to mix up some more clear. Okay, I need to redo my writing on here. I need another ounce at least. Shoot. All right, well, shoot. I'm gonna mix that up before I mix up my black. I'll get that filled up and then I'll bring it back for the black. That totally stinks. I need at least 1 ounce. Oh, okay. I made up 2 more ounces of the purple, only needed 1, so now I have extra. I do want to mention, you know, I've been making these little buttons here for the bottom of my jars so I know what color my resin is after it's cured. And then I was watching Reptiles and Resin one day and she was genius. I don't know why I didn't think of this. See, this is the tips I get from you guys. So she didn't have a mold or something, so she just threw it right on the bottom of her jar. And I'm like, well, that's pretty smart. So that's what I did. I just threw it right on the bottom of the jar and we're just going to let it cure. And then you don't even need a mold. Don't even buy a mold. Just throw it on the bottom of your jar. Just don't use your jar until it's cured. So I made 10 ounces. I didn't add the other clear into the black just because I don't know how much I need. So if I don't want it, need it black, I don't want it black. So I'm just going to do one at a time. So this is the smaller of the 2 and it's got the 2 bow ties on the side, but not these sides. The larger had it on 4 sides. As you can see in here, I just couldn't get it all out. It's just impossible. That tight knit, crystal-y stuff, whatever they're using for that, is very difficult to clean with mica powder. So I need to open it to make sure it's getting down there. Now I hope this doesn't have a problem in the vacuum chamber or the pressure pot, because this has pretty thin resin walls. When I say thin wall mold, I only came across 1 so far, and it's the wall of resin that's thin, not the mold. And it did crush the 1 mold that I did, so hopefully this one doesn't do that. I don't know how much this took. I'll look on the side, but it's taking way more than I thought, which means I'm not going to have enough for the large piece. I'm not sure which way these are going to fit. There's no lip on this as far as a jar top, so that's a little disturbing. I don't know how they're going to fit because now that it's black, you may not be seeing this if they fit together like that. This could be a complete fail because I like to see the crystals on the tops of my stuff. Some bubbles out of here. So yeah, pretty sure this is going to be the top. Man, that totally stinks. If I knew that, I should have paid attention to the lip because now I'm going to end up with a black box. So we're definitely going to be redoing this probably tomorrow. I hope I'm wrong. I know I'm not wrong though. You could tell by the lip. If there's no overhanging lip to make a jar, then that's basically the side you're going to see. All right, let me shoot. I should have put that in the pressure pot. Now I'm going to have to make up. That took, oh wow, that took a lot. Let me see. I can't tell through the black here. Oh, I definitely need more. I need a lot more. That took 7, 8. That took 8 ounces. So I definitely need more. Oh my goodness. Didn't expect that to take 8. Let's open that up. I'm going to need another 8 at least. All right. Let me mix up another 8. I mixed up 8 more plus that extra 1. I'm super bummed that this is just going to be a black box. Not too happy about that. I haven't looked at the picture again yet because my hands are sticky, but I already know this is the inside we're going to be seeing with all the crystals. So disappointed. I should have never done black. When you buy these molds, you can't always tell in the picture, which is part of the problem. But when you get them in your hands and you see that there's no lip on what you expect to be a jar, that's when you're going to... Oh, I didn't need that much. I only needed that 8. So it holds about 16. And I filled it up too high to move it over. I'm going to struggle now. Okay, what a great day so far. All that time invested into this inside of the box. I'm never going to get that hour back of my life. So frustrating. Okay. I'm going to move these over to the pressure pot. I got a little bit of black left, a tiny bit of purple left. I'll figure something to do with that. I'll be right back. I think I'm going to pour the rest of the black into the purple. If I have 1.5 ounces, I'm just going to pour this conch shell. But I do want to add this mica powder that I have from Laura's Art Corner into here because I think it's a chameleon and I think it might look good in black, so we're going to try it, but I don't think I have 1.5 ounces, so I don't know if I want to use a conch shell for that. But I'm still going to put this in there. Let me just mix this up. Of course, we're going to have a tint of purple, but not much. Actually, the purple went away. It's completely black. And let's put a little bit of this blue ocean in there and see if I'm right. Foresee it. Oh. Oh, well, it looks like galaxy. Gonna need more than that. Get a scoop. Definitely need more. But I think it's going to give us that galaxy effect with blue shining through the black. Yeah, that's really pretty. I'm going to do just a tiny scoop more and that's it. I don't want to use all of it on my extra here. That's it. Whatever it is, it is. But I don't think I have enough for this, so I might need to go find something else. What can I make? Yeah, that's about 1 ounce there. I'm just going to put it in this little water ripple turtle. It should be perfect amount for him. Just about perfect. Then I won't have like a million pendants to put bails on at the end of the day today. Just 1 extra here. All right, that's it. Okay. Yeah, disappointed for the outcome. Even though the outcome's not here yet, it might be pretty on the inside. I know. But that's not what I really wanted. So I will get you the comment of the day and then we'll demold. Before we unmold these, they are still a little bit warm. I got some mail today. I don't know who it's from. They came directly from T-Rex alcohol inks, not Amazon or anything. It's Sparkling Shimmer 12-pack, jumbo-sized alcohol inks. These look so cool. So whoever you are, please let me know who you are because they did not put any kind of note or anything in there. So I'm excited because I have that other set that was sent to me from them that they weren't the sparkle ones. They were completely different than this. So we need to try these. Here's all their colors. Prism Pink, Red Alerts, Flux Orange, Nuclear Yellow, Firefly, Laser Green, Infinity Teal, Ion Blue, Quantum Cobalt, Plasma Purple, and Nebula. They sound so interesting. It could be just like a crushed crystal inside. Of course, I go for the blue. Let's just put one on a little napkin real quick. Wonder if they're already opened. They are. Oh yeah, look at that. Those have a sparkle in them. Of course, it's all right there in the center. That's almost like a marabou. How exciting is that? Oh, you could see the sparkle all at the bottom, but they don't take much to get mixed in. Oh my goodness, maybe we should do a whole video on these. I don't know. Give some T-Rex a little bit of screen time maybe. Here's a little button that I didn't really need to make because it's just curing anyway. Actually, since I made it, I'm going to put it on the side like that because I keep mine up and down like that in my drawer. Here's the extra with that blue, I think blue ocean or something. Ooh, that's pretty. Changes up your black from just black. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's do, I don't need this out. Let's get these out. There's the tray. So the crushed crystal, I'm glad I didn't put any more in there because it definitely sank, but it looks good. Now this is upside down, so I do have to trim off that little edge. So unfortunately, you don't get to see that. Are these ready? I didn't get a bubble underneath there, so that's good. They are still a little warm. And I have gloves on because I don't want to mess up my molds by sticking my hands in here. I don't want to pull off those little knobs. Come on. I always get these out when they're warm. Every time I've made this mold, I cannot wait. There it is. It's so cute. You could definitely see the crushed crystal. I'm so glad. Very cute. Geez. I would be really upset if I have to make one of these because I'm impatient. Try to get them out. No bubbles in that one. Yay me. Let's try 3 for 3. Yay, no bubbles. Now let's get it out without ripping off those. I'll probably break a nail, but that can be fixed, and this cannot be fixed quite as easily. Come on. Ouch. I'm hurting my fingers. Come on, please don't break. It's not like warm, but it's not cold either, so there we go. I just need to trim off that little edge so it'll fit nicely in the chest of drawers. We'll worry about that. Okay, let's get this one out. And we have one more to make, and I will get you pictures of her color scheme again when we do that one, maybe tomorrow. Once I start somebody's order, I don't like them waiting too much longer. But since I only have one of these molds and I'm not going to make another mold for one order, we're just going to do the one today. I've been racking my brain all day to try to figure out what I'm going to do to that thing. Okay, whoo, look at that. I like the crushed crystal in those facets. It came out so nice. Let's see. Where do we got? This one goes here. This one goes here. This one goes there. And again, this is upside down. But if they really wanted to, they can like chop that off, glue it to the bottom, and put it that way. But I'm not going to do that for them. So I'm just going to trim. This almost looks like a Halloween piece, green and purple. Very cute. I like it. I like it. I always question people's color schemes, but it came out really nice. Oh, okay. Let me get that out before it's cured inside. Okay, let's move this aside until the next one I do for her. Now, I know the sides are going to be diamondy. It's the top that's not diamondy. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure it out all day, but I really can't do anything about it until I actually see the piece. Ooh, the black and the red looks nice though. And I gotta really shove my hand down in this one. It's pretty deep. Oops. Come on. You know what I can do maybe? Don't want to mess up my mold, but I think there's this huge chunk of silicone in here to make up the box. I'm moving my table everywhere. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh, this one's... It's probably wouldn't be so hard if I would just let it cool down. But because I know I have some troubleshooting to do, I'm trying to get it out before it's completely cooled. Oh my gosh. I'm going to unmold this and come right back. I have to say that suction was real. It was a tough one, but it would have been easier. So, like I said, here's the top. It's just black. However, I take back all the terrible things I said because this can be fixed somehow. I don't know how yet, but I'm going to think about it. Look at this box. It is so pretty. Now, I wish I could have done more red. I didn't do too bad. I didn't get it all, but a black marker will cover that. All of these little pearls have come out. Are you ready to see the inside? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I kind of really like it. I think it's going to look, it's very, very beautiful in black and red, other than the top, of course, which I'll do something. I'm not quite sure. Let me think about that. But in a alcohol ink that I'm going to try very soon, possibly tomorrow. We may duplicate this video tomorrow with the other color and another color. This is so pretty on the outside. I'm very impressed with my color choices, if I do say so myself. It fits together really nice. That's the top, that's the bottom. But what can I do about this is what I'm thinking. I wish I had a nice big bow tie. I mean, I have bows, but I don't think they go well with this particular box. Let me think about it for a minute or two. You really won't know how long I'm thinking about it, to be honest with you. I'll be right back in like a second. This is what I came up with. I had this brooch forever from Happy Mail a long time ago. Somebody sent me a lot of brooches and slowly I'm using them. So I cut this huge thing off with the stone wheel on this sander from Let's Resin. I cut as much as I could off, but it was a big one. Then I ground the rest down. And I'm thinking because it's silver and red, that should look pretty decent. So I mixed up 1 ounce of my fast set from CC DIY that I used to use on tumblers, but it's just sitting here going old because I'm not doing tumblers right now. And it's a little yellowed, which turned kind of pink, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. And hopefully, you know what, I'm going to just use a spatula. Boy, did this stuff bubble up in my vacuum chamber. It's like a really quick, fast setting resin, and I'm hoping I can get it on here quick enough. I've only ever used it for tumblers, so I've never put it through the vacuum chamber. So I really don't know if I've used up all my time with it already. I put crushed crystal in there, and I'm just going to spread it out, hopefully quick enough. I did leave the lip on here. I didn't trim it yet because I don't want it running over the edge since I'm top coating it. And I think this will take care. And I'm just going to set that brooch right in it. Now I could get my heat gun out and loosen this up a little bit, but I think I'm going to try to spread it first. I only need the thinnest layer, just enough to cover that black because it was very boring. Especially if you're looking at it from top down, it's just a black box. I am very happy with the sides and the inside. So I guess I was too quick to judge. Who knew? Watch, it'll eventually become my favorite box. Wouldn't that be funny? Just like those little vases I didn't think I was gonna like at all, and I love them. So that worked. Okay, let me get my heat gun real quick. I'm just gonna warm that up and pop any bubbles I don't see. Let it get evenly coated. That looks nice. Just got that one spot right there. And I do not think it's going to drip over the edges or anything. I could even use my torch. My big torch is out in the other room. So let's just use a lighter. I don't see any bubbles, but you just don't know because of all those crushed crystals. And you cannot see that that resin was yellowing, so happy about that. I'm going to set this in. And that will be there forever. And that's all I'm going to do. Then I just need to trim this edge when it's finished curing, which won't be long. I know when I was doing my tumblers, they were drying pretty quickly. I did order some of that Promise epoxy that Irina had brought over. 1 hour fast cure. Just for certain situations that I might want to speed up my process. So I ordered that today. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. So that could have changed things, but I didn't want to wait till tomorrow to do this. So what do you think? Good idea? Bad idea? I think it's pretty cute. In the meantime, while it's curing, I'm going to trim up the box and everything else and get it all finished, and I'll show you. I mean, you can see the end result, I guess, right now, but if I do anything else to it, I'll show you in the end. Be right back. It is all done. So while it was like just on the verge, and literally has only been an hour and a half, so that stuff dries pretty quick. It was really, really almost firm, and I decided to try to throw these rhinestones on it really fast without glue. So these are sticking directly into the resin. So I'm hoping that they're pretty good. I think that they are. They're pretty solid. So what do you think? I like it. I'm happy with the outcome. I mean, it's all I can do to try to figure and keep it still in like the black and red silver family. So not too bad. I like all the crushed crystal in there. It takes your eye away from that little specks of red that came up from the resin here, just floated to the surface. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I like the red mirror chrome from Little Windows. That is gorgeous. And then I took a black marker, the black Let's Resin marker. I didn't do it on here yet because I didn't want to flip it over, but I can now because it's basically cured. I just don't want to touch it with my fingers. I just took a black marker, this one from Let's Resin, and I went around the edges of the red just to hide that little bits that I could not clean. I tried so hard. So I think if you paint on the mold like that, make sure you have a marker to match what you just did. See, there was some right on there I didn't catch. But other than that, I did that already on the box. I'll just do it on here, and it's the exact same black as their mica. Oh, there's some on there too. And this is a shiny marker. The black one is shiny and the white one is shiny in their kit. So that worked out well because of it's not matte like most of their markers are matte, except the one that I needed to be. So that's awesome. So that just cleans up that nice line that I could not clean up. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it now. Another save, yes. I got this one done. I resin restored, I trimmed, put everything in, so everything's done on that one. I got this one finished, so that just goes on there. Here's a little turtle guy. I just put some silver in his shell, and that's it. All right, well, we're going to do this all over again, so I hope you come join me. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or if it'll be another day. You'll have to come back and see. Stick around for those pictures, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye, everyone.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew in every